Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Tempest 3, Tier 3, and the cars that are able to beat it. Alright, I'm going to give you a couple recommended cars, and then I'm going to list off some of the other cars that should be able to do it. But BMW M4s, okay? Make sure you check this video's description for some links, some guides, some other important stuff that you might need to know besides just, which cars work. All right, so there will be some really good stuff. This goes on the brand new Tempest playlist I just made for beating Tempest and bosses. All right, so I got a Tempest playlist. I just worked on Tempest 3. I'm going to start Tempest 1 and 2 really soon. I'm going to lump those together for each tier. So like for tier 1, I'll have Tempest 1 and 2, tier 1 in one video. But anyways, Amelia's LB-M4. This is a great car, and it's easy to get parts for because you can go into the dealership and you can buy the regular M4 and strip it for parts to get stage 6 parts and to get fusion parts. So the LB-M4 or Amelia's LB-M4 and the regular M4 all work, alright? And they all share parts right now. So if I strip a regular M4 and I get a stage 6 part, it can go on any of those M4s, which is pretty sweet. All right, so this is the one I used for Tempest 3. You are going to have to have this almost maxed out, or you might need to change cars. All right, I was missing a couple stage 6 parts when I did it, and I had to switch over to the LB NSX for the very last speed trap of like 260 miles per hour. I couldn't beat it with this because it'll do it now. Now that I got this guy maxed out, it'll do it. But at the time, when I was missing the parts, it would not. So I had to switch cars. If you don't want to switch cars, you can lock one of these M4s in and just be patient until you get all the parts. Alright, Tempest 3 is definitely hard. So this is it. Amelia's LB-M4 works great. Alright, this is a really, really, really good car to use. Alright, so this is the regular LB-M4 Coupe. Alright, this one will do it. This is pretty much the same as Amelia's LB-M4, except for it's only got 3 stars. I guess it doesn't hold quite as many parts, so it's a little bit slower. But this one will still breeze through it as long as you can get enough parts to put in this car. For Tempest 1 and Tempest 2, this car would blow right through it. Tempest 3, you're pretty much going to have this guy maxed out. Alright, so let's go look at the BMW M4, the regular one. And now we've got the 2-star version of the BMW M4 Coupe. Alright, this one can supposedly do it. The one without stars, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to do it or not, but I don't think so. I think you need the 2-star version. But like I said, you can buy the no-star version from the dealership and just buy and strip, buy and strip, buy and strip, and you'll get stage 6 parts for the M4s. And like I said, that works on any of the M4s. And you'll get a bunch of BMW fusion parts from stripping those. Alright. Those are the 3 recommended cars. Alright, those are the ones I know for a fact can make it through. I will put a guide for, I'm pretty sure it's for this regular M4. There's an M4 guide that tells you exactly what parts to fit. Tempest 3 and Tempest 2 are a pain. They make you fit different parts for different races. And that's kind of lame and it's annoying. You got to constantly tune your car and refit parts and tune your car and blah, blah, blah. So that guide will walk you right through it with, I'm pretty sure it's the regular M4, but check this video's description for that. Now we're going to go talk about some other cars that should also be able to beat Tempest 3 as well. Alright, so I know people are saying if they got enough parts in this brand new Veris Civic Type R, which is one of the fastest tier 3 cars in the game right now, if you get enough parts into this car, I guess it'll breeze right through Tempest 3. Of course, that would work for Tempest 1 and Tempest 2 as well. So this is definitely one of the recommended cars. Very cool car, alright? I know we just got this as a Prestige Cup car, so if you were able to max this out or get it close, you should have no problem getting through the Tempest 3 races with this guy. I know Tempest 4 is supposedly coming out sometime soon, so we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the big thing that happens for Season 100. So anyways, let's go look at some other cars. Alright, so don't quote me on this one, but I've heard a lot of reports about the ACS2 Sport being able to make it through Tempest 3. Of course, you're pretty much going to have this one maxed out. Stage 6 parts are not easy to get for this car. Alright, the M4s, you can buy and strip for parts. You can't buy and strip these for parts. You can't buy and strip those Hondas for parts. That's why those M4s are probably the easiest and the best choice, because you can buy them in the dealership to get parts. Where most of these other cars, you can't. You're just going to have to, be lucky to max one of these other cars out. But if you got enough parts in this one, it's said to be able to do it. Alright, so next. Okay, the LBM3 GTS is supposedly able to make it through. If you do have this car, I'm going to say again, good luck getting stage 6 parts for this, because you are going to need to have this thing pretty much maxed out if you're going to run this through it, okay? And I mean, I've had this car forever. I bet I've only got like 2 or 3 stage 6 parts on it. So I'm just going to show you something here. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm only missing a couple stage 6s. I'm missing 2 stage 6s. So this car may or may not make it through due to the fact that it's not maxed out, but who knows when the heck I'm going to be able to get those other 2 parts. Alright, back when I first started playing this game, there were nowhere near as many cars, so it wasn't as hard to get parts. But if you can max this guy out, this should go through it according to what I've been hearing. I don't actually know for sure. I have no proof. I just know people say they've done it with this. I've been doing my research, and a lot of people report making it through with the LBM3 GTS. Okay, so the Ferrari California, this supposedly makes it through no problem. Again, very, very hard to get stage 6 parts for. I think the M4s are your best bet, because most people are going to have them, and well, they're easy to get parts for. Alright, so again, I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard this car makes it through. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the Z4 M40i by BMW. If you got enough parts in this car, this guy will breeze right through Tempest 3. Again, alright, BMW parts, the Fusions are really easy to get, but good luck getting the stage 6 parts. A lot of these were Prestige Cup cars, so at one time you were able to get the parts for these. So if you happen to have this one maxed out, or at least really, really close to it, this should be a good choice for Tempest 3. This is one of the faster Tier 3 cars in the game. I think it's actually the, let's see, this is the second fastest Tier 3 car in the game right now. Alright, second fastest. Very, very cool car. Alright, let's see what else can do it. Alright, so if you can get enough parts in your Porsche Vorsteiner Cayman GT4 VCS, I don't know if I said Vorsteiner correct or not, but this guy will go right through it no problem. This is one of the better cars in Tier 3 if you can get the parts for it. And then there's the regular Cayman GT4. So if you've got this car maxed out or close to it, this should breeze through Tempest 4 as well. Alright, the one problem with Tempest 4, Tempest 3. Alright, this should breeze through Tempest 3 as well. Tempest 3 is hard, so remember, most of these cars are going to need to be at least really, really close to maxed out, but this guy will do it. Very cool car. I know there's another one of these Vorsteiner Cayman deals, the like Salzburg edition or whatever it is. I'm going to go look that up real quick and see if that one can make it through. So if you happen to have this guy maxed out right here, this car should make it right through no problem. I think this is the 5th fastest car. Plus it's got the purple stars. If I remember correctly, they gave us this car for free a while back. I never messed with it because I don't think I have that many parts to put in it, but this guy will make it, okay? So let's go see what else can make it through. Alright, so this was another free car, the Corvette Grand Sport Convertible. Alright, if you happen to have this guy maxed out or close to it, this should make it through. I know they nerfed this car. It's not as fast as it used to be. I can't remember if it changed the shift pattern or whatever, but I know they changed this car on one of the updates not long ago. So just if you have this and haven't driven it for a while, keep that in mind. This was a free car. More than likely, you probably don't have this maxed out, but if you do, this will blow through, you know, all the Tempest races. No problem. Alright, so let's see what else will make it through here. I know there's quite a lot of cars actually that can do Tempest 3, Tier 3. Alright, so if you got this guy maxed out, or really close, this should make it all the way through. It's the Porsche 718 Boxster Spider. Alright, this is the Tier 3 Boxster. Don't get this confused with the other Boxster that's been around forever. This is a pretty new car. Very good car, alright? So that guy can make it through. Alright, so the 2-star version of the Audi RS5 Coupe. This one you can actually buy and strip to get parts. I don't know if the no-star version will work, but I know the one with 2 stars does. So this is another one that's probably pretty easy to use due to the fact that you can easily get parts for it, but this one's probably going to have to be 100% maxed out. This one might not work if it's close. I think the top speed is a little lower on this car, so if it's not maxed out, this one might not make it through. Alright, so the Audi LBRS5 Coupe will also make it through. You are going to have this one pretty much maxed out as well. It's crazy how many cars can actually make it through this. Alright, I'm looking at the 0 to 100 time, I'm looking at the top speed, and I'm looking at what time the car runs compared to what time the boss runs. That's how I'm telling you which cars can make it through this. Alright, so the Dodge LB SRT Hellcat and the regular SRT Hellcat, both of those will squeak by barely if you have them 100% maxed out. Okay, those two are probably going to have to be 100% maxed out to make it, because they can barely hit the top speed that you're going to need to hit. Alright, the top speed should be 160 miles per hour. I'll put some links to that in the video's description. Alright, here's another car that can do it, but this one's going to need to be almost completely maxed out. So this is the Alfa Romeo, the Gila Quadra, I don't know how to pronounce this guy, but anyways, I know I pronounced this all kinds of crazy, but this car can do it if it's maxed out. Alright, so the LM Local Motors Rally Fighter, this guy will blast right through it if you've got this car maxed out, or at least really close to maxed out. I'm actually amazed at how many cars will work. The problem is most of these cars aren't that easy to get the stage 6 parts for. Alright, now when it comes to the Legends cars, recently all of the Legends cars have been changed. Some got nerfed, some got buffed. They run different times now. Some of them drive differently. You got to shift some of them differently. I don't really have a list of the updated Legends times or what the Legends cars are doing now. So I'm not going to put the Legends cars in here. Alright, if you have a Legends car, alright, in this video's description, like I said, I will put a thing for a link showing like the boss times. I'll tell you the fastest speed trap. I'll tell you the fastest sprint race. So if your Legends car can beat those things, it should be able to make it through Tempest 3. If it can't beat those things, but that's how you can check. Like if you have a car that you would like to use, all right, and I don't have it listed on here, check your car's check your car's 0 to 100 time, check the top speed, and check the actual time that it runs across the finish line, and compare it to what I put in this video's description. And that way you can find out if your car is actually fast enough to beat this or not. But there might be a few more tier 3 cars that can run through it, but alright, it looks like the majority of the tier 3 cars are going to be able to do this. Again, the BMW M4s are definitely going to be the easiest. As long as you got the game cash to buy and strip, all the other cars in this game are going to be really hard to get parts for, unless when one of these was a Prestige Cup car, you spent all your bronze keys on part crates and maxed one out. Like if you happen to max out one of these cars with the part crates, man, you'll be able to blow through all of the Tempest races, no problem. So basically, it looks like, I mean, for Tempest 2 and Tempest 1 Tier 3, crap, almost any car in this game is going to be able to blast through that, even if it's not like maxed out, as long as you have a decent amount of parts for them. So anyways, definitely check this video's description. I'll put a walkthrough, alright, for the M4. I'll put a walkthrough, a link to an awesome chart that somebody made that'll walk you right through Tempest 3. Alright. And I think that pretty much wraps this one up. Alright. For the other Tempest races, if you're looking for Tempest, you know, tier 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, make sure you check out my Tempest playlist, which I just recently made. Alright, if you don't know how to get to my playlist, just go to my page. Scroll down a little bit and you will see my playlist. At least the ones that I have featured. If not, you can just go to my page and actually click on the link for playlist, but I got the most important ones featured right on the front of my page there. Alright, so hope this video helps. Alright, I will catch you guys later. See ya.